Welcome to Caracomp Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence. According to security researchers, a convincing deepfake now costs about $33 to produce. One photo and a 60-second voice clip. That's all an attacker needs to fake someone's face on a verification screen. So platforms are rushing to fight back with face scans and ID uploads. Sounds reasonable, until you realize they may be building the wrong defense. New account fraud hit $6.2 billion in the US last year alone. Attackers aren't just fooling people anymore. They're injecting synthetic video directly into live verification flows. The UK has already fined Reddit £14.5 million for inadequate child protection. Regulators across Europe and Australia are demanding platforms prove they block underage access or face fines up to 10% of global revenue. But the mandates say verify age effectively. They don't say do it in a way that protects privacy. So who's actually getting this right, and who's just collecting faces? Discord makes a useful case study. According to Discord's own CTO, more than 90% of users never need to verify at all. The platform uses account-level signals, things like how old the account is and what payment methods are on file, to estimate age without ever reading messages or scanning conversations. When a facial age estimate is needed, that scan runs on the user's device. It never leaves the phone. That's not the industry default. Most other UK platforms require government ID uploads, credit card checks, or third-party services that store your biometric data on someone else's server. Why does that distinction matter? Because centralized face databases are exactly what deepfake attackers need. They thrive on volume and scale. Every platform that warehouses millions of face scans is building a target, not a shield. Meanwhile, some users in the UK and Australia have already spoofed facial verification using video game photo modes, literally holding up a rendered character's face to pass the check. The defense that actually works combines multiple signals. Multimodal biometric systems, ones that cross-check facial data against voice patterns and document features simultaneously, can catch inconsistencies that fool any single method. Pair that with on-device processing and audit trails that record what was verified without storing raw identity data, and you get proof without permanent exposure. A UK petition with over 420,000 signatures is calling for repeal of these age verification rules entirely. Groups like EPIC argue platforms should build safer defaults instead of invasive checks. That tension isn't going away. The EU AI Act now classifies biometric verification systems as high risk, demanding transparency and data minimization. The platforms scanning the most faces aren't the most secure. They're the most exposed. Collecting less data more reliably is the harder path, and it's the only one that survives both regulators and attackers. Mass face scanning feels like safety. It's actually a liability, a centralized honeypot for fraud and a compliance headache waiting to happen. The smarter play is verifying age without ever storing identity. By 2027, platforms still running centralized biometric databases will be explaining breaches to regulators who've already moved on. The ones processing everything on device and deleting it will own the market. The full story's in the description if you want the deep dive. Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.